Hi, this is Kasha, the most amazing sound buff practitioner of all times, and I am channeling message for you. Want to talk to you guys about sound buffs. So, apart from sound buffs being a good therapy, just as well as brushing your teeth every day just to keep your mouth clean, healthy, and fresh, sound buffs work exactly the same on your energy field, leaving it clean, leaving it fresh, and leaving it strong and not very attractive to bacteria and parasite, energetic parasite. As we know, the energy out there is somewhat tricky to deal with when we look from that perspective because most people right now are auto directed. And what does this mean? It means that when they place attention out there, they lose their focus and they lose their life, their juice, their valuable attention. This is the only currency that you have. And if mindlessly spent, because you just pay attention, so you literally spend it whatever you want, and you pay attention to this and that, and listen to bullshit that people are telling you, and never say stop and put up healthy boundaries, you are left with no focus inside of you, and you obviously need some time to replenish. Sound buffs are a great way to replenish. However, also what sound buffs do, they transform your field in such a way that those energetic parasite, the people or places or things or even your own thoughts that don't really belong to your natural authentic blueprint, but they just came to you as an echo from the cleanse, they don't stick. They won't be there. You'll easily release it. You'll easily get rid of them. And how does this work? When someone, like me, for example, pays attention only to things they want to pay attention to, and they block everybody else that take their attention away. And people do this, it's just their nature. They will want attention because that's who we are, right? Everybody wants to feel special, and everybody will want to just take a little bit for themselves, and that's fine. But if you allow this over and over and over again, and there is no healthy exchange between you and the person, then that means that you're depleted. They're taking your attention, and they have absolutely no will of giving it back because they just took it away from you because they didn't have it. So how can they just give back to you, right? And this is creating a lot of drama, and it's only caused by inability to manage your own focus, inability to say no, inability to be strong in your field and be strong in your boundary, so much so that people don't actually just go out there and they know, oh, she'll never gonna give me attention, she'll just block me, she'll ignore me, right? So I better go somewhere who is weaker, who is, for example, in need for approval or anything like that. So if you have weak energy field, and by that I mean there are a lot of leakages in it because you spend your attention elsewhere and you weren't careful where you pay it, and you didn't feed yourself with healthy juice, and instead of directing it inward, you played it outward, then you will lack it. Then you won't have any energy left. So you'll be tired, you'll be depleted, you're going to have a lot of headaches, and all sorts of things are going to be wrong with you. The way to come back to yourself, and just imagine yourself when you're already starting to be tired and starting to feel anxious and starting to feel like you really are not well, that means that you are in debt with yourself, with energy, with your own attention, with your own focus. So what do you do when you are in financial debt? You start saving the money, you cut the sources where you cut literally the places where you put your money into, and you need to save it for a while until you start building a wealth, and then just direct the wealth into the good sources that they can grow your little baby monies, right? But with attention is exactly the same, only you need to direct it to yourself for a while because you are lacking it and you're in debt with yourself. So what do? You start placing the attention on yourself, and you keep as close and as often as close to yourself as possible, so that you can replenish yourself, so you can restore yourself and get those energy levels back to where they were when you weren't lacking it, right? So that is obviously going to mean changes. That is going to mean shutting the sources where you are currently paying your attention to, because if you start placing it towards yourself, naturally things and people and places that you are not paying attention to right now, they're going to stop existing in your world in a way, because you be mainly focused on yourself. These people and places will be still there, but it will only be like a secondary thing. It's not going to be like your first plan and you the second in the line, and you pay more attention to that person or to that place or workplace or activity or whatever. You will be present in your physical body. You will charge yourself at the same time, all the time, with your energy, with your beautiful focus and juice, and you will elevate your frequency. This is going to help you manifest quicker, because you're going to be more attractive to things that are of higher level frequency, and you will feel that flow and ease. You will start repelling things that are not in line with your vibration anymore. And these are often the sources that, well, not really sources, but they were places and people that you were paying attention to, and you weren't actually receiving back in a healthy, good energy exchange. They were just taking your focus away without giving anything back in return. Okay. And what we want to do is we want to have a very healthy and beautiful flow in between the things that we do and say and think, and with people and places that we encounter every day. So I hope this message is going to reach the right people, and sound baths, because they keep you in that focus on yourself by, well, if a good practitioner, of course, is going to lead you into your heartbeat, into your breath, into your core, and allows you to stay there, you'll start releasing everything that's not in line with you. You will start feeling lighter. Your frequency will change for the better. You're going to have more space in your energy field for more experiences. You will start releasing traumas perhaps from the past that are keeping you stuck in a loop that is toxic. And you will start feeling like you are actually living your life rather than trying to survive. And these are the good and positive benefits of sound baths. And sometimes people want to know, what are the side effects that are not so pleasant, right? Because there's a lot of good things. And just as, imagine yourself being drunk for a very long time, and all of a sudden you sober up, you have a headache, you throw up, you purge everything, your body's trying to help you get rid of all the toxins from the alcohol out of your stomach, and your liver is just working like mad to get rid of the toxin, you're sweating, and so on and so on. A similar process happens when you've had an encounter with a very negative energy for a very long time, okay? That process of purification and detoxification is going to start as well hitting your body, and you will feel exactly that: headaches, sometimes nauseous, sometimes aches and pains and stiffness in back and stiffness in shoulders, because your body will try and do everything it can possibly in its powers to get rid of all the toxins that you've been taking in, not knowingly but very consistently, by focusing your attention into a toxic source. So I love you with all my heart. I hope this message helps, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.